most of my videos are about hobo bags and SLGs and all of that. But I decided to do a video on totes. I love totes as well. I don't love them as much as I love hobo bags, but I do love tote bags. One of the most iconic and the most infamous tote bag, not just in the LV luxury house, but as um, a tote bag in general, is the Neverfull, right? The Neverfull is one of the most iconic, recognizable totes of all time. You'll see it while people are traveling, at the airport, at Walmart, the mall, casually, work. It's all of that. It is what it holds its name to true to the name, Neverfull. It is one of the most iconic tote bags of all time. That's one of the reasons why Louis Vuitton has made it where it's exclusive, where you can't just order the Neverfull. You have to eat. I mean, you can't just go and just click on it and order it. It has to be pre-ordered. It has to be. It's a whole lot of layers to getting the Neverfull. They want to make it a special order, specifically catering around the Neverfull, and that's basically what they've done. So my ideal video for today is to compare it to a tote that is not as popular. It is discontinued in some form. Some styles of it still remain on the website where you can order it, but the two that I'm showing today have been discontinued. But you can get them off of the Gently Used site, as I did. So I'm going to show you the two Neverfulls that I have, because the Neverfulls that I have remaining in my collection are only exclusive Neverfulls. They're ones that are hard to find and are not easily accessible. I didn't want to get just the average Neverfull that you see every and any day. I wanted to get the ones that were exclusive, the ones that are different than the norm. So one that I have that I don't feature, I don't think I've ever really featured her, is the Neverfull with the cherry red on the inside. This is the GM version of the Neverfull. I have it cinched in on the sides. Everybody knows that the Neverfull can be cinched in on the sides, giving it a different style, look, and all of that. Also, the Neverfull, I don't know who would ever do it, can be worn on the inside out, meaning that the red or whatever color the inside of your Neverfull can be flipped out to be uh, um, the canvas on the inside can be worn on the outside. I don't know again who would do it, taking a risk on getting the what we would call the inside of our bag dirty and all of that, but it can be worn inside out. But this is the GM cinched in Neverfull with the cherry inside. And then the Damier Theme tote in the Neverfull with the pink inside. This is one that's beautiful and rare as well. Just just a beautiful bag. So I'm going to compare them to the tote that is not so popular. You have seen the Montaigne in the MM version of the tote, of this tote. She is a perfect tote bag, and comparing her to the MM Neverfull, right? This looks like a PM comparable to the MM Neverfull. The MM Neverfull is a very nice size bag. It carries just about anything. It can definitely be an overnight bag, if you will. It can definitely be a workhorse. I just went over all the many layers that people utilize the Neverfull for. And one thing about this version of the Neverfull, it makes it all weather. This is the all-weather version of Louis Vuitton. The damier being the first print of Louis Vuitton. The checkerboard is an all-weather bag because of the treated leather on here. Everything you do not have to worry about the bag itself getting damaged on the outside, but because the Neverfull is an open tote, you still want to be careful with it with inclement weather because you can kind of cinch it in. But for the most part, if it's inclement weather, you want to try to carry a bag that's zipped up, unless you just get caught in the rain. But this is the Neverfull MM Damier Bean. The Montaigne in the MM size, even though she does not carry near as much as the Neverfull MM, she carries quite a bit. You can get a tablet in here. All your everyday essentials can fit in here. Um, One thing that I say that she has that the Neverfull MM does not have, that does not come with, is organization. Of course, you saw the organizer inside of mine, but it doesn't come with that. It's just an open hole. But the Montaigne is its own organizer. I couldn't imagine buying another organizer for a bag that's basically already organized. It has the two separate areas where you can put your things. It has the pocket here. Then it has another full pocket that lines back here, and then it has the very exclusive, beautiful feature of that middle pocket that can lock down, and you can put your personal items in there, such as your wallet, your phone, and things like that, and you can actually lock it. So this is that's one thing that takes it up a notch from just a Neverfull. It has that feature of layer, it has that feature of organization without having to add to it. Another thing I like about this, comparable to the Neverfull, is that you can remove this strap and change it out for a vachetta strap, another just a guitar strap, or just another strap that you may want to just use. You can put the pochette Matisse strap on here, the reverse pochette Matisse on here. You can use this strap on other bags and things like that. So I love the versatility in being able to remove this. Another feature that's not utilized a lot with this bag is you can make this a total monogram bag and this is a feature that comes with the option with this bag is you can tuck the handles on the inside and they lay perfectly down because they're made to do that. And then you got yourself a monogram bag with just a vachetta on the side tabs. And a lot of people would carry it like that, especially with inclement weather. And then you can cinch these together. I don't like it like that, but the tab cinches together just like the Neverfull, with the two tabs. So this is a very, very nice bag that carries a lot. Don't let the size of it fool you. It looks much smaller than what it actually is. It will take a whole lot. It will take all of my essentials. I can put a tablet on one side. I can put my phone and my wallet in the inner zipper, and life goes on. But the Neverfull is pretty much what it holds up to be. I can put all my essentials, everything I just named to you, and put some layer of clothes in it. And if I layer it right and pack it right, I'll still have room remaining in the Neverfull. So that's one thing. But both of these are very nice totes, but they have their own unique styles about them. And the other thing is this one has feet. The Neverfull does not have feet, but this one does, and that takes it up a notch as well because it protects the bottom of your bag as well. So that's another thing that this has that the Neverfull does not have. So I really love this. If you want a tote and you want something different than the Forever Scene Neverfull, this is a great option to it, an alternative to the Neverfull tote. I know they came out with a totally with the zipper. They came out with a lot of bags that similar to Neverfull with zippers on it and all of that. But if you wanted something totally different and an open tote in a sense that's not really even similar to it, but a tote in the same area of the type of bag that we're talking about, this is a great alternative, the Montaigne MM. So now we're gonna go to their, I say their older sister or their mom. Okay, so the GM, which is the workhorse of all, it's not really much you can't do with the GM. The GM is for all use, for anything you can even imagine using. Um, the GM can do it. I have it cinched in for video purposes, but when I cinched it in, I kind of like it like that. But there's no limit to this. I can put all my accessories in here, my essentials in here, and a stack of clothes in here. And the variations between this one and the MM Neverfull is obvious, but I'm not limited to what I would put in the Neverfull MM. It's probably the same amount that I would put in the GM. It's just that I have a little bit more space to do it. But it is a perfect size travel bag. I couldn't imagine carrying this bag every day. She is huge. I don't think this would be a great everyday bag. The MM, of course, but the GM is so overwhelmingly big. This to me is structured to be a traveling bag. Now, if let's just say we were going on a picnic or we're doing something different, and it calls for me to have like my extra stuff with me, maybe take this one. If the Neverfull MM didn't do it, I would possibly take this one, but this would have to it would have to be a circumstance that called for a large, very large bag. Now, just like the Montaigne MM, here is the Montaigne GM. Now, I have some pros and cons for this bag. So, the Montaigne GM is very, very beautiful. It's identical to the MM. There's no difference in the two bags but the size. Everything about it is identical, right? But one thing I have to say is with this bag comparable to the Neverfulls, the Neverfulls are very lightweight bags. They are very, very lightweight bags that can carry over 200 pounds in them, right? The Montaigne, I couldn't imagine adding too much weight to this bag because the Montaigne is a heavy bag. If you are someone like myself to collect beautiful handbags and you have the Florentine Dunionberg, you know how the weight of a Dunionberg is heavy without anything in it. Well, so is the Montaigne. The Montaigne is a very heavy bag, and piling things in here is not the jam. So I do have my essentials in here, and but even if I didn't have my essentials in here, this bag is very heavy. So just like the MM style, made exactly like the MM, it has the two pockets, it has the clasps here, and then it has the pocket that runs along the back side of this side, and it has the other layer side. Then it has that middle zipper pouch where you can put just about anything in there. If I wanted to, I could actually put my tablet inside here. It's so big. This area right here is so big, my tablet could fit in there. So the only con to this bag is the weight of it. It's very big. Now, would I carry this bag every day? Before I carry the GM Neverfull, I could carry her every day, but she is a very large bag to have to carry daily. But I could carry her daily if I was just going through a phase where I just wanted a bigger bag, because she is perfect. She where the pockets on here are deeper. Um, the inside is much deeper. I could get what I spread it out in this bag. I could get it all on one side and have space remaining on the other side. I just spreaded it out for evenness, but what one side is carrying, what's on the other side could fit in that on the same side, and I'd have an empty space where I could put even more things in. Could a tablet fit in here? Of course. A very, very thin laptop probably could fit in here. I don't like to weigh my bags down, so that's why I would not put a laptop in here because it would weigh it on a bag that's already heavy. And of course, it has the straps that are interchangeable. It's made to be cinched in on the side. Um, and the difference between these are obvious. Even though these are both mega bags, the GM Neverfull is still much bigger than the GM Montaigne. The GM Montaigne does not disappoint though. The GM Montaigne can take quite a bit. I don't really think there's a difference in how much both the GMs can take. I think it's just a difference in preference and not wanting to carry a heavy bag. This bag is very heavy in weight, and the GM is not. It's very lightweight, very very lightweight. And another thing about this one, it has the beautiful feet at the bottom, just like the MM. Um, yeah, it's a very beautiful. I love the pop. Very nice, very nice. I think that this is a very beautiful bag, and I would make this a everyday bag outside of making the GM. Both of these, the MM and the P and the GM, could definitely be everyday bag. It's just your preference. I never realized it. No, how both of these are everyday bags. The strap on the MM is so much longer than the strap on the PM. I'm on the GM. The GM strap is really a shoulder strap. I cannot imagine making either one of these bags a crossbody bag, because even though the MM does not look that big in person, she is, and that would be a very big crossbody. Definitely never even consider this being a crossbody. She's way too big. But she is a perfect handbag in all its splendor. It can do the hidden handles as well. Um, Very very nice bag. Very beautiful on every inch of it. It's a perfect tote bag. It has the feet and all of that, where the Neverfull does not. So these two totes would totally be someone's preference of just carrying one as opposed to the other, or carrying alternating them, carrying one week, the other one the next week, and vice versa. Just getting your feel out of either one of them. But the best one for organization without having to buy anything would be hands down the Montaigne GM or MM. The one that can take the most, the one that can take the layers, the one that will not weigh out your shoulders will definitely be the GM Neverfull or the MM Neverfull. So it will totally be your I guess it would actually be what your needs are for, what you need them for. As far as making a decision on which one you would carry, it will be based on your needs. But I am very happy with both of these different style totes. Very open totes that gives you different options, that gives you different um, looks and different ways of carrying your handbag. So I don't think I could choose one over the other. But one of the biggest cons of the Montaigne is the weight of the Montaigne. One of the biggest cons of the Neverfull is it is not an organized bag until you buy an organizer for it. But that's the only con to the Neverfull, that it is a gaping hole. And this one is not. It is an organized. It's made to be organized. That's the only difference. So thank you so much for watching and listening to my video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing to my page. Thank you for your comments. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for your support. Be safe out there and have a wonderful, wonderful, peaceful weekend. Bye bye.